said, I'm so sorry if I seem meh. This weather is just really getting to me and giving me like one of those like barometric pressure change types of headaches. And I'm like, ugh. And then the grocery store just wiped me out. Okay. These kids are insane. Okay, so in my fridge, because my fridge is kind of small, I'm going to show you guys what I typically buy at the store with following Weight Watchers. My brain is so groggy. Okay, so here's kind of like what I get from Kroger. I'll kind of share the points and everything with you guys. What a typical like quick grocery haul looks like for us. Just kidding, not much of a party, but carb balance. Tortillas by Mission, or I would also do the Olay Wellness, like the extreme, like their high fiber tortillas. I think I might have some in there. My husband prefers these, like if we're cooking for the week, like a whole dinner for everybody, we'll use these. But if it's something I'm making something quick for myself, I like the high fiber ones. But let me see. Okay, no, just kidding. I don't have any to show you an example, but these are what we picked up today. And let's see if it will scan. Okay, so these are 2 points per tortilla. And they're taco size, but they're a little bit bigger than taco, like comparison. And I have a pretty big melon, you know. So we'll get those, you know, whether we're making tacos, mini quesadillas, like things like that. So when I use my points for carbs, like that's one of our favorites. This is like a go-to, and we've always kind of ordered these even when I wasn't tracking with Weight Watchers. So a little backstory. I was tracking and utilizing Weight Watchers a couple years ago. That's when I lost a good chunk of my weight. I was tracking on more of the original setting, and now I'm tracking of more of the I'm in the diabetic setting. So I'm just like really mindful. So this is one of the things I never really got rid of. The first time around when I used Weight Watchers, this was kind of always a staple. Same thing with these, the Barilla Protein Plus brand pasta. Like this one for 2 ounces is 4 points. I'm gonna say that's dry, right? I think it's like 2 ounces dry. Anyway, it's 4 points. And then something like the Prego no added sugar, that's always been a staple. A lot of this we never really changed and got rid of. It's always been like a lifestyle thing for us. Most of this anyway. And so I think that's why I'm not back up to 230 pounds. You know, it's just between insulin resistance and eating, you know, naughty in between, but still keeping staples like these, like healthy swaps, not just like a diet swap. Has kind of kept me at bay, still below the 200s. So anyways, the no sugar added sauce for half a cup is 1 point. And then for this, I want to say for a fourth a cup is 2 points. And sometimes when you double something on Weight Watchers, it doesn't always mean it just doubles the points. Like if I went to have, instead of a fourth a cup, a half a cup, sometimes it'll like jump to 5 and not 4. But in this case it does. It does just go to 4 points. So if I wanted a half a cup of this would be 4 points. So you have the pasta, you have some sauce, and then you have your protein, your 0 point veggies. Like you have a very well-rounded meal, and it's very low on points with these healthy swaps. My light mayo, so I want to say this Kroger brand one is 2 points, but I usually get like Duke or Hellman's, which is 1 point for, I want to say for a tablespoon, right? Yeah, it's for a tablespoon. It's gotten to a point where it's like you've measured something for so long, you can like eyeball it for the most part. And so, yeah, so I probably won't get Kroger brand again because every point counts. So like I'll probably just keep buying Hellman's or Duke's, just because it's lower in points. Another big thing we use in this house and that we got more of today is G Hughes. It's another swap that we just continuously buy and keep in the house. G Hughes brands condiments because they're no sugar added. And I want to say all the ones I've ever purchased have been 0 points. So this one, the hickory flavored one, is 0 points. I buy the kids regular granola bars. These are like my little, like these are my weakness, or so I have postprandial hypoglycemia, meaning my sugar crashes after I eat stuff. Like today I shared on my Instagram story because I finally got more strips, test strips, but my sugar, and it actually probably even got lower than this. This was 1 hour after eating. It dropped down to 55. So I went and got like a regular, like full sugar Gatorade and drank like one of the mini ones and drank like half of it to like, you know, a quick spike. But something like this where it's oats, I mean, I know it's Kroger brand, I know it's a processed food, but like a quick thing of oats, like for those carbs and the sugars that are in these, this is like my favorite flavor, and I love the Kroger brand one. It's the cookies and cream. I'm trying to see so I can scan for points. There's the woodworker. It's 4 points for one of these, but it's like I said, like one of my sweet treats. Like I'm allowed to still have it, but it also helps for a quick spike if I need it too. And it's not totally unhealthy. Like, you know, 7 grams of sugar, 18 carbs, but where's the fiber? And a gram of fiber. So a quick 100 calories right here. And then what I typically buy that we keep in the fridge, I just really had to get home and like get all this stuff refrigerated because it was all melting, is for like sliced cheese if I'm gonna have processed foods and cheese. And American is my quick best bet as far as like if I want to make a quick sandwich, I grab this. So the Kroger brand one I used probably the most because it was lower in points and in fat, so it's fat free. They're American cheese, so I usually buy this guy. And then I buy like Kroger brand reduced fat cheeses. So like part skim mozzarella, reduced fat sharp cheddar, reduced fat Mexican style. So like the reduced fat cheese is 3 points for a fourth of a cup, right? And I've been out of it, but I've been trying to use this up because my mom brought this over. She had like 2 big bags of like the Walmart Great Value cheese. So we've been eating this and I've been trying to account for it, but for a third of a cup, it's 5 points for this. So it's just like one of those simple swaps, you know, if like somebody's wanting to get leaner, cut, things like that. Like I'm trying to be more mindful of my weight and lose some weight. And so for now we're using these. But probably when you get to a maintaining phase, you kind of slowly incorporate things like that where you don't have to necessarily buy like reduced fat if you don't want to. Another thing is these little Baby Bell cheese wedges. Everything just kind of fell out of the little net. But the light Baby Bell cheese is 2 points for one of these. And like my snack will be like this, yogurt, maybe like an apple or strawberries or something. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, Fairlife milk. I like to get the fat-free one. I put this in my coffee, so I'll mix this with some half and half. This is how you see me make my coffee every day. It's 2 points for a whole cup. So I'll do that. And sometimes one of my other sweet treats, guilty pleasures. I have the biggest sweet tooth. Okay, so that doesn't help my whole situation, but is the Special K Chocolatey Delight. Like when I was breastfeeding and you know they want you to eat like a bunch of fiber and carbs and things like that, like this, I would not add sugar or anything, so I'll have like this and the Fairlife fat free. This is 7 points for a cup of this, so I'll have that and like that milk. That's like, yeah, so I'm trying to like keep things like how I would make them so you kind of hear it of like what it is day to day, and I'm not just showing you here's this. I'm kind of giving you an idea of a realistic life of like a mom, like, hey, we're quickly coming home and just making like pasta, red sauce, and I'm throwing 99% lean ground beef or 93% lean ground beef on the stove, and we're calling it a night. Like that's what we're eating, and some salad. Like, so I'm kind of just like showing you how I would utilize certain things too. Other staples that I've always just kind of followed and kept in the house pretty much. Light and Fit Greek yogurt or Oikos 000, not the Power Pro or like the high protein one, but just the plain 000. And then this is 2 points for a yogurt. I get like blueberry and cherry are my favorite. I mean, I eat strawberry too, but those are my favorite. And then Jello dark chocolate 0 free pudding. another one that kind of like cuts the sweet tooth for me, and these are 2 points. Let's see what else we've got in here. Oh, I like to spray, like if I'm having like toast or something quick for breakfast and I don't want to use all my points on like a thick spread, I'll use lightly dew spray just for a butter flavor, nothing crazy, and it's 0 points for a spray, right? So let's say, I don't think it counts as a point until, oh, it does, they changed that a little bit then, probably maybe because I'm in the diabetes setting. So it's 0 points for sprays with this guy, but obviously it's a highly processed thing, has a lot of oils, you know, all that. But I just do a couple little mists just for a quick flavor on my toast, a bagel thin, whatever it is, just something quick. But then obviously like I just keep like regular butters in the house. So the butters I do tend to keep with being on Weight Watchers. If I want butter, this is just my favorite tasting one. It's a little bit more hard. It's 4 points for a whole tablespoon. And then my kiddos like this one the best. It's 2 points for a tablespoon. So depending on how my points are going that day, I'll kind of use what or the other. Sure. Well, go change this. I don't want that in there. Love you.
I'll go change it.
Okay. And then like my Italian crock pot chicken and things we cook with cream cheese, I do get the 1/3 less fat, especially when I'm tracking. I just buy Kroger brand. You don't have to get Philadelphia. 2 tablespoons is 4 points, but if you're putting like half or a whole stick of this in like a whole meal, that's like 8 servings. Very minimal points. So we use this when we're cooking, or like as like a thin spread on something. And I'm gonna tie that into this. Speaking of thin spreads, there's something I know I bought. So there's the Baby Bell cheese, and then I also get the Laughing Cow light cheese spreads. Again, like when I'm in more of like a weight loss phase, I'll buy this. It's 1 point for 1 wedge. So again, I probably spread this on like my toast, my bagel thins. Like it shows it with a cracker. Like if I am having like wheat thins or a wheat cracker or something, and like kind of use this with it. Or the cream cheese.
I'm here.
You're here. Come here. And then I use the Faggi when I'm cooking, or to make my healthy version of like ranch dressing, especially now with me again wanting to lose weight.
Hello.
Lisa, hello. 2 points for 3/4 of a cup. It's the 0% one. So let me show you.
Mommy, can I have a bag of pencils?
Yeah. So I'll do this, like cream cheese, chicken broth, chicken like to make the Italian crock pot chicken. It's just a seasoning packet in there. But back to this. When I'm making my ranch, I use this, and then I buy one of these packets and mix it all up, and then it's like a leaner, healthier ranch dressing. It doesn't last as long, so I make small amounts at a time, and this is 0 points. Watch out, Bubba.
Okay.
Thanks, Dinky. So I buy the light multi-grain English muffins. I want to say for a whole muffin is 2 points. Yeah, 1 whole English muffin is 2 points. So like egg, which is 0, or like a turkey sausage, which typically, depending on the brand, runs in the 2 point range. This is a pretty good breakfast. And then I actually just switched it up. I usually buy the Dave's Killer Thin Slice bread, but instead I got the Izio Artesian Bakery San Francisco style sourdough today, because I figured Cole would kind of eat that too. Let's scan this. Yeah, it was 3 points for 2 slices, and usually it's like 2 points per slice. So usually like 4. So again, we're saving points, and it's a little bit bigger. And I was reading it, and it has a lot of fresher, like it has minimal ingredients. It's just wheat flour, water, sea salt, sourdough culture, which is wheat flour and water and enzymes. So like, it seems like it's a little bit cleaner, you know. So we went over those guys. That we'll either get Private Selection brand oven roasted turkey and chicken, which is typically 0 points, and I feel like that's changed recently. No, so it's now 1 point for a whole ounce. or I'll get the Members Mark oven roasted turkey or chicken from Sam's Club. 0 points for 3 slices, so ranges from 0 to 1 point. Just depends on how lean it is. Like this is, the turkey's 99% fat-free and the chicken's 98% fat-free. Let's see what else. We basically just got...
Hi.
You're just so excited to see the camera out. You know, like, my broccoli's gotten stuck. Well, anyways, you can see there are like fruits and veggies and stuff. So we always just kind of stock up on those for whatever we're gonna make for dinner that week. We're trying to be better about like planning what dinners we're gonna have for the week. Not necessarily just what night, but
Mommy,
as a
look,
whole.
I got a magic wand.
Oh, that's really cool. Is it like a witch's broomstick? That's what it looks like. Another thing, I get light sour cream. I've always just gotten light sour cream. I like the consistency of it, and I always buy it in a little squeeze thing for the most part. I've been using regular because that's what my mother-in-law had and gave us one night when we needed it and didn't realize we were out. But anyways, for 2 tablespoons, it's 2 points for the light one. So, freezer-wise, I didn't get a whole lot. I did get some turkey sausage, which I saw were like 2 points per patty, the ones that I bought. So, and I want to say that was just Kroger generic in a bag, turkey sausage patties, and they were 2 points per patty. And then in here, I gotta keep things for my guilty pleasures because I got a problem, and these were almost sold out, so I went ahead and bought 2. But the Yasso Fudge Chocolate Crunch, I've been eating just the regular fudge bar, and they had the Weight Watchers regular fudge bar, and I almost bought those, but I really wanted these, and they're pretty high on the point scale, as they should. But I like the fact that it's at least still frozen Greek yogurt. But it does have chocolate. It is a decent amount of extra points. Like this is like 8 points, but they're big. They satisfy it. It's not like I'm eating like a 20-point cake. So these are when I'm feeling pretty naughty. But then I also get the Skinny Cow ice cream sandwiches. And then these are 7 for 1 sandwich, and they're pretty decently sized. So these are, like I said, I really am wanting something sweet. So I'll even kind of guide.
Don't get mine.
Show them yours? Okay, I'll show them yours. Let me put this up. Oh, well let me show them this one first. So this one is a little bit lower, whoopsie, on the point scale. The regular fudge one, like I said, there is a Weight Watchers one on the spot. I just knew I didn't have room in my fridge. But 5 points for this one instead of 8 points for those. But like I said, those are coated in chocolate and they're crunchy. Okay, and then here's Ethan's. The Trolley Gummy Hop.
They're actually gummies, but they're just frozen.
They're frozen gummies. And let's scan them and let's see how many points these are. One pop. Oh, 5 points. So it's actually a little bit better than mine. I'm kind of shook. That's weird.
For everyday one.
I don't want them to melt.
Mommy, for everyday one.
Yeah. If you have one a day, it's 5 points every day.
I'm
So I think that's kind of it for right now as far as like things I got at the store today. Oh, another thing I keep in stock is like popcorn. I love popcorn.
I got you some popcorn.
You didn't? Yeah, you can show them. Let me scan it.
My giant popcorn that Mommy got.
So it's 4 points for 3 cups. Like that's a lot. And I typically, that's not like a lot, but I typically only munch on it about maybe 1 or 2. So if I have 1 cup, it's 1 point. But if you have 2 cups, it jumps to 3 points, not 2 points. But it's the white cheddar. I am a sucker for white cheddar popcorn.
Hi.
So this is Ethan. This is my bubby. Come here. He's a big boy. And he's mommy's sweet baby. It was just like a quick rundown of like what some of the things we bought today and like what's staple. This is all what's staple in the house, especially when I'm following Weight Watchers, but a lot of it we've kind of kept over the years from me using it. You hear my husband yelling at the drill back there. But yeah, I mean that's all. Thank you guys for watching our little grocery haul.
Right now Daddy's mad, bro.
He's mad, bro. Mm-hmm.